Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here is the Holy Priest. Currently in live, it's not playing a whole hell of a lot different. What you've got in comparison now, guys, is you do have a pretty mean single target and AoE cooldown. No more chakras to have to deal with. They were cool. You can still get a lot of the abilities that you got from the chakras into your arsenal through talents. Unfortunately, though, Lightwell is completely gone. It is no longer in the game. I am one sad person because I do have a Holy Priest that I enjoy playing live. And that was a pretty cool cooldown whenever shit got hairy and everyone started getting real low. This thing would spit out a bunch of heals and really end up helping out. But it is gone. So what did they do? They removed the chakras and they actually gave you... you still have Serenity and you still have your Holy Radiance thing. Right here, the AoE heal. I mean, it's still a really good spec, guys. You got a huge AoE heal and a huge single target heal that are absolutely amazing. As Blizzard's calling them, they're miracle heals, and they are just that. So what's the deal with them? Well, they are on a 1 minute cooldown. Yes, they do cost mana, and it is a pretty decent amount of mana. But that's okay. You got a talent to make it to where you regenerate mana 15% faster, so no more issues with mana. It's just a matter of if you can hit flash heal fast enough, because the single target heals are a little on the weak side right now, guys. But all things considered, what you're looking at is you still have your Guardian Angel to where you can end up making it to where if the tank ends up taking a fatal blow, it'll actually bring him back up to 30% health, but it also increases the healing you do to them in the process, so they don't necessarily need to take that. The other major change is, yes, 1 minute cooldown seems a little steep for these miracles, but you have an ability called Serendipity. It no longer reduces the cast time on your next prayer of healing or greater healing like it does in live. What it's going to do is actually reduce the cooldown. If you use a single target healing ability, your heal and your greater heal, if you end up using those, or flash heal, I'm sorry, and greater heal is no longer in the game. If you end up using those two abilities, it's going to reduce the cooldown on Serenity, which is your single target miracle heal. If you end up using Prayer of Healing, it reduces the cooldown on, I can't even remember what they renamed it, guys, but your AoE miracle heal. And it does end up helping out quite a bit to get these reduced. So it's a real interesting gameplay. The more you cast, the more chances you have of doing these big heals. And it's absolutely a fun game style. Currently they are doing really good. They are very strong on heals. It feels like they could have a little bit more on their single target heals because they are kind of weak. And you'll see that coming up. I do have a level 110 dungeon where I'm healing a DK. And there's parts where all I can do is just hit flash heal. I can't do anything else. Then again, he might have been new at tanking. Not going to put it past it. A lot of people are getting alpha keys and they are being new to certain classes, so no changes. Gonna go ahead and play through it, but the other big thing that I wanted to talk about was your artifact ability is pretty nice. It's gonna help out quite a bit also, guys. What it does a fairly decent heal, and then it's going to allow that person that you hit with it, I believe it's over like an 8 to 12 second period. I can't remember right off the top of my head, guys. But it's going to increase the healing that you do to that person by 25%. You do have 2 charges of this, and I believe it's a 20-second recharge, 30-second recharge. It's not too bad. If you got a tank that's going down, you can hit this thing, but then you got to go straight into like a flash heal or something just to end up getting them back up. So, all things considered, where does this sit? They are great on AoE heals as long as they don't stand in the middle of the stupid stuff, kind of like what we've got 2 people dead from. But again, everyone is learning, guys. Everyone is learning. I know I sound a little harsh sometimes, but that's just the way I am. But again, just stick with it. Holy Priest is doing extremely well compared to what they are in live. Nobody wants a damn Holy Priest when you can spec this, but a lot of people right now in the alpha don't really know how to end up playing disc, but that'll be for another video that I'll bring to you guys hopefully real soon. So you've got a couple things. You have the Dominate Mind, which is your mind control still. You have your DPS stuff. There's nothing really spectacular that has changed here, guys, except for let's see, Prayer Mending. Prayer Mending does a shit ton of healing whenever you've got ticking damage. They're currently broken on the alpha, to where every time it would heal, for some reason it was splitting, or I don't know, but the heals were absolutely insane due to Prayer Mending. Circle of Healing is actually a level 100 talent now. Right now, when you've got the burst damage, Circle of Healing seems to be good, but there's another ability in there called Benediction. And every time Prayer Mending heals, it has a chance to leave behind Renew. So if you got a large ticking damage fight, that is going to be absolutely insane to get Renew out on everybody just from your Prayer Mending ticking. And we're going to switch it over just a little bit here, guys. You're going to see us kill Odin, and then we'll switch over to the 110 dungeon, and you can check out the comparison there. Artifact, you're doing great. AoE healing, doing great. They did change prayer healing to where it doesn't have to be in the group anymore. It's basically going to do 5 or 6 people that are in within 20 yards, so that's a great improvement also. Priests have been locked into that whole having the people in the party kind of deal, and it sucked, because if your raid leader didn't want to put melee in the same group or range in the same group, you're basically wasting that heal, and it made it completely worthless. Well, it fixed it to where basically it's going to be within 20 yards of that target that you've got targeted now, and it's going to do, again, I can't remember if it's 5 or 6, but it's still a really good output that they've got here, guys. All these little changes that have been needed for a long time on Holy, minus the removal of Lightwell. May you rest in peace. You still have, if you do end up taking a fatal blow, you still have your angel that you can turn into and finish up some extra healing before, you know, free of charge, basically. It's all really nice pieces that are put together, guys. The spec is coming together nicely compared to what it is on live on Warlords of Draenor. They do have it to where it looks like you're going to be playing very, very heavily into your Renew game, kind of like how it is on live. I guess they figure they like that. So you kind of got this Resto Druid feel going on with doing Renew spam on a lot of different things. But it's nice. It's good little padded heals. Your mastery is exactly the same, so anytime you cast a direct target heal, you're leaving, well, actually, I believe it's off any heal now. You're leaving behind the echo of the healing, and basically it just adds another little hot, and this can stack up a lot, guys. If you're spam healing the tank in the 110 dungeon, I was just looking for shits and giggles to see how high it would go, and I was spamming him just to see how much this thing would tick for, and I got it up to where it was doing almost 100k per second. Absolutely insane what you can stack it to if you end up doing the mastery. It looks like Holy Priest, they used to be haste mastery for a long time. Well, basically spirit and haste, but a lot of the gear here doesn't seem to have spirit anymore. So what are we looking at? We're looking into crit and mastery is what I'm feeling it's leaning more towards. And the reason why I say crit is because your single target heals aren't that strong. This is going to help out with your single target heals, just being able to crit more. Also, with your mastery and the way everything's taken, more insane ticking damage, if you get these crits more often, that's going to reflect your mastery also. Haste is still good because of your renew ticks, but it's not as good as it was. Because Renew will actually crit, it'll end up, it doesn't reflect off your mastery, but again, guys, Renew is just there to be a pattern anyways. Your main ability heals. If you end up doing crit mastery, what you're looking at is, in my eyes, in my theory, by the way, I'm not a number cruncher, but if you crit more, and you've got this, and I mean, you can see every single target heal you do, AoE heals, I believe it does it also, but this is going to actually increase your healing so much through that tick. Before, mastery wasn't really considered much because it was either the person was topped off or they were going to die. That's basically it. There wasn't really any ticking damage in between, so mastery really ended up taking a downfall compared to what it is live. But now you've got such a basis to where you're taking this extra ticking damage, and you're not supposed to be at full as long, to where HOTS are extremely taking over, guys. Resto Druids are looking like they're going to be top dog again just because of this. I see Holy Priest being right there with them, though, because of, again, the ticking damage. You've got Prayer Mending, you have your Mastery that's putting all this additional HOTS on, you've got Renew, and then there's just a whole great toolkit going along with them right now to where they can get a lot of different shit done, and they can do it fairly easy. With the, single target, I mean, you can end up speccing back into where, every time you cast a single target, it refreshes your Renew. You can also end up, the other thing great about single target is you do have your artifact weapon, that 25% increased healing. You still have a tank CD. You still have your AoE CD, which is Divine Hymn, which that helps out a lot. They made it to where not only does it increase the healing that people end up doing like it does on live right now, but it actually heals worth something, guys. It increases everyone's healing, and it also makes it to where your abilities actually heal it too. It's not for the raid anymore. You're not a raid buff. It's awesome. You can actually do some damn good healing. One more thing I wanted to go over. They actually re-brought back Symbol of Hope, which, if you guys remember, it was an AoE. It's a talent now, but it's an AoE mana rejuve is what it used to be. Now it's basically acting like a raid-wide Innervate, which is insane, guys. And the new Innervate, basically what it does is for 10 seconds, anybody can cast as many spells as they want free of charge. And I believe the Symbol of Hope is basically working that way now for a raid-wide convenience. This is going to make Holy Priest extremely awesome. I'm not 100% sure if Dis have this, but I do know Holy Priest do, and it is amazing. Guys, we're going to wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed yourself. This video is coming to a close. I just want to say thank you very much for everything you guys have done, enjoying this video. That's what I'm here for, and I hope you all really, really liked it. But again, guys, thank you. Enjoy. I hope you had a great time, and thanks for watching.